Welcome to Courtside with USTA Eastern, an inside look at USTA programs throughout New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Coming up on today's episode, we take a look at the USTA Eastern annual meeting and volunteer development workshop, where volunteers, community leaders, and teaching pros from across the section get to learn new skills to help promote and develop the growth of tennis. Then we'll check out the section's annual Camp ACE, the week-long overnight camp where former professional tennis players teach high school students how to improve their tennis skills and prepare for careers after graduation. And we'll look back at the section's sponsorship of the New York Sport Times, in which USTA Eastern was able to showcase its marquee programs while exposing local communities to the exciting world of professional tennis. It's all coming up on Courtside with USTA Eastern. Hi everyone and welcome to Courtside with USTA Eastern. I'm Harry Chickma here alongside Katrina Adams on the grounds of the Billie Jean King USTA National Tennis Center, the home of the US Open, and definitely a gem for the Eastern section. Katrina, you are a legend in tennis in my opinion. You're the vice president of the board of directors for the USTA. Also a great career on the Pro Doubles Tour, 20 titles in doubles. And now here in USTA Eastern, this section means so much to you. Talk about the section and what makes it so special.
Well, for me, I've been living in the USTA Eastern section for the last 5 years, almost 6 years, and I hit the ground running when I moved here, getting involved in a lot of the programs that they have. Because I run the Harlem Junior Tennis and Education Program, I'm really indoctrinated into junior tennis here in the section. So having my kids involved in tournament play, but also in junior team tennis is huge for us.
And it is one of the best sections in the country, in my opinion. The competition is up there with Florida, Texas, Southern California, if not the best. What do you think makes these players so good, whether it be the juniors or the adults?
Well, I think the competition is excellent here in the Eastern section. I think the kids are really competitive because we're indoors. You know, they really have to stay focused a lot on the minimum court time that they have. So to be able to come out and play for 2 hours a day, maybe only 3 or 4 times a week, they really give it their all, which makes their competitive nature that much better.
And so many different initiatives. I know the annual dinner is something that people look forward to, and the volunteer workshop, helping the volunteers who help so many events take place here. What do you know about the annual dinner? Tell me about that event.
Well, the annual dinner is in January. It's where they really honor some of the best people within the section with awards, Woman of the Year, Man of the Year, Facilities of the Year, Junior Awards, and it's such a highlight for the competitors and the volunteers alike in the section. Without the volunteers in this section, they really couldn't accomplish many of the tasks that they have at hand, and a lot of the programs could not be as successful without having those volunteers involved. There are 6 regions in the Eastern section, and you have a president from each region that are involved. So to really have these people dedicate their time and go out with their commitment is huge.
And what are some initiatives you have as the vice president of the board of directors? And you are here in the Eastern section, so definitely a big help here.
Well, I'm the vice president of the National Board of Directors, so really my focus is to give my time to the Eastern Board of Directors and help them accomplish their initiatives with the Big Six and what they're involved with. And D.A. Abrams is the executive director, and I really work closely with him, and Jeff Williams, who's the president of the Eastern section.
Well, so much excitement here on the grounds of the Billie Jean King USTA National Tennis Center. For more on the annual dinner and also for the volunteer workshop, let's check out this great feature. The USTA Eastern annual meeting attracts more than 200 tennis volunteers, community leaders, teaching pros, and high school coaches from across the section, eager to learn and develop new skills both on and off the court. There are classes on how to write grants, run USTA tournaments, as well as on-court workshops for coaching doubles players and developing their mental games. There are also informative sessions on USTA's 10 and Under Tennis Initiative. Whether you are attending a workshop in the hotel, practicing a drill in the tennis bubble, or sharing an idea with a new friend, you get a chance to learn new skills that help promote and develop the growth of tennis. The annual meeting also features a junior awards luncheon and the section's annual adult awards dinner. The juniors were recognized for sportsmanship and their appreciation of Arthur Ashe's legacy, while the adults and organizations received awards for their help in promoting and developing the growth of tennis. The annual meeting and volunteer development workshop will be held January 20th through the 21st, 2012 at the Renaissance Westchester Hotel in White Plains. So what's a good website to go to for the Eastern section to get involved if you want to volunteer, really do anything?
Well, you want to go to www.eastern.usta.com to find all the information that you're looking for leagues, for junior team tennis, for any other program that the Eastern section is offering, and as well to find out how to volunteer.
Well, there's so much excitement here on the grounds of the Billie Jean King USTA National Tennis Center and a lot coming up on this Eastern broadcast. We'll be right back after these brief messages.
This is where friendships lead to championships.
This is where, win or lose, we play as one.
This is my team.
This is my team.
This is USTA Junior Team Tennis, where great competition,
Having fun,
and meeting new friends is what our game is all about.
find your team.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the grounds of the Billie Jean King USTA National Tennis Center. We're here courtside with USTA Eastern Harry Chickma alongside the legendary Katrina Adams, and so many great initiatives here in the Eastern section, Camp Ace being one of them. I know you and Rodney Harmon had a big part in that, helping high school kids get to see what it is to train on the courts, but also get ready for life and college experiences. Tell me about Camp Ace.
Well, Camp Ace is a week-long camp where they invite the kids from around the section to come and participate and get expert coaching from Rodney Harmon, who led the camp this year. I was there along with Leslie Allen and a few other people that came to present. We did talking points for the kids. We really talked about futures in their careers outside of tennis, talked about the importance of education, but really on court getting expert coaching from the staff that was there to really take them through some high performance drills. It's different levels of players that are involved in Camp Ace, from the highest player down to a high school level, and they just have a great time.
Well, for much more on Camp Ace, you can go to eastern.usta.com, and we also have this great feature story showing all the excitement with Katrina, Rodney, and the players.
And welcome to USTA Eastern's 13th annual Camp Ace. It's a week-long intensive tennis and education camp that is presented by some of the top players and coaches in the world.
We have campers here from New York, Connecticut, all of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. Most of our kids are learning how to play their intermediate. A few are beginners, and they're looking to improve their game, and to have an opportunity to work with Rodney in a week can escalate their game in a big way.
I think the kids are really learning how to be more self-confident, build their confidence, really be more astute about their approach to tennis and about learning overall. I think they're also learning and creating some new friends, and hopefully this will help them throughout their life.
Well, I want to share with them information about their ground strokes and their technique, obviously. But the biggest thing is that they learn self-responsibility, to be responsible for self. And they have to learn to listen and hopefully take the information that they receive and make it a part of their game through their own efforts. And so they take greater responsibility for their own improvement.
I want them to understand the importance of tennis in terms of their development, in terms of their growth, in terms of the opportunities it can afford them for college and later in life, the networking, the social skills, and just the friends and the fun that they'll have. They learn a lot. They're on a college campus. They're taking several classes in social media, in nutrition, in etiquette, and in leadership that are going to help them as they mature and they go on in life. And tennis is the vehicle that gave them the introduction.
Camp Ace is not only a great tennis experience where the kids can get together and learn new skills from top-rated coaches from across the country, but it's also educational. Today, not only did they learn on court, they had a classroom experience as well, talking about their journeys from A to where they are today, Z. So as far as I'm concerned, this is really the top-rated all-around camp in the country.
The most important thing I want for these youth to get out of this week is, one, to work hard, to persevere, to believe that they can accomplish anything, to really learn how to listen and respond to instruction, as well as advise other youth as to how to be more responsible about themselves. But even more so, just have a lot of fun, improve their tennis games, and hopefully they can one day earn a college scholarship.
Well, Katrina, Camp Ace, you were there, you got to talk to the kids, you got to help them out. What do you think helps them the most with this great camp?
Well, I think just being motivated by some of the great coaches that are out there and to be competitive with the other kids. They're with kids that they don't typically see throughout the year. If they're living in different regions, they may not compete against one another depending on their level. Of course, the highest level of player, they get to compete throughout the section. But your high school players, they're still learning to be competitive, to really play tournaments. So to be able to interact with the other players out there and the coaches and hear some of the expert seminars that were being provided, I think is an awesome experience.
And what's the best advice you would give a kid in the eastern section here, in New York, New Jersey, or parts of Connecticut, trying to make it to college? What's the best advice you would give them?
Well, first of all, I have to enjoy the sport, have a lot of fun, but make sure you really work hard. My motto is that you've got to work just as hard in the classroom as you're working on the court, because that's what really makes you the total player, because that's what the colleges are looking for. You've got to be competitive in the classroom as well as on the court. And so for these kids to really be focused and really having a great time and high energy, that's what colleges want.
Well, for much more on Camp Ace, check out eastern.usta.com. And there's a lot more coming up here on Courtside with USTA Eastern. We'll be right back after these brief messages.